Hey guys, so today I am doing a moisturizer video. I usually get a lot of questions about what moisturizers I like, and I switch it up but not too much just because whenever I tend to try a new moisturizer, except in the case of these because these work pretty well for me, if I use one that doesn't agree with my skin, and I don't have sensitive skin or anything, but some moisturizers, if they're not for oily skin, they can tend to make me more oily, and I'll end up getting pimples, like especially around the corners of my nose where it gets the most oily. So I hate using new moisturizers just because of that, pretty much. But I'm going to talk about the ones that I have and the ones that I've been using. I like to have at all times like a thin one, like a thin light moisturizer, and a thicker one for winter time, because in the winter I tend to get dry like right between my eyebrows and it's really aggravating, but a thicker moisturizer usually helps if I put it in that area. So the thinnest one I have, like the lightest moisturizer, is the Garnier Moisture Rescue Lightweight UV Lotion. And this was like my favorite one for a long time. It has SPF 15 in it. This is probably like my favorite smelling one that I have. It just has a nice fresh scent to it. If you don't like scented stuff for your face, I would stay away from this one. It's not overpowering or anything, it smells really nice. Like all the Garnier skincare stuff has a nice smell to it. So this one is like my favorite summertime moisturizer, especially on hot days when I sweat a lot, because this isn't for oily skin specifically or anything, but I find it works really well for me. Doesn't make me produce more oil or anything, so yes. And that is an important thing. A lot of people with oily skin think that moisturizer is going to make their skin more oily, but moisturizer is something you don't want to skip if you have oily skin, because if you're using like products that are drying out your face just to try and get the oil away, like using alcohol maybe, or witch hazel and stuff, that is just going to make you overproduce and overcompensate for the oil that you're getting rid of, so it's going to make your face even more oily. Believe me, I've dealt with that in the past, so I've learned the best thing to do is make sure you use plenty of moisturizer when you wash your face. And I only wash my face at night because I don't want to overstrip the oils. Again, same idea. So the next one that is like, this has been my favorite forever. This is kind of like, it's not thick and it's not thin, it's like the in-between moisturizer. It's the Simple Hydrating Light Moisturizer. This one's almost empty, as you can tell. I have a backup one already. But the only thing with this one is it doesn't have SPF in it, which kind of stinks, because all the other ones I have SPF, but this one is for sensitive skin, even though that doesn't really make a difference for me because my skin's not sensitive, but it's just a nice light moisturizer. It doesn't have any scent to it. It's got vitamin E, provitamin B5, nutrients, and it says right on it no perfumes or dyes, so it's a good option for those of you that have sensitive skin as well. But this one works really good. This is like, you can tell I use the crap out of it. My new favorite one is one I recently got to review, actually, and I just fell in love with it. It's from Merlot Skincare, and you can order it online. It's a grapeseed oil moisturizer, and it's just called Grapeseed Moisturizer from Merlot. This one has a cool consistency because it's not a gel and it's not a cream, it's like a creamy gel. And like, I use this constantly, and a little goes a long way because you just need to like dot it all over your face. But this one's nice because it feels like a liquid when you're rubbing it in, so it like spreads really evenly and nicely and soaks right into your skin. So it doesn't leave an oily, greasy feel or anything, and it makes your skin super soft. That was the first time I used it. I fell in love with it because a few minutes afterwards I was like, my skin feels super soft. So that's like my favorite thing about this. Very good for oily skin. It says right on it it's oil free, so anything that's non-oily usually works well. And then the last one, I've used this, but I'm not like the biggest fan of it. It's the Yes to Carrots Daily Facial Moisturizer. This one has SPF 15 in it as well. Oh, yeah, I didn't mention that. The Merlot one has SPF 15. This one has SPF 15 as well. It's also got a little pump nozzle on the top. This is the thickest one I own. Hold on. It's got like dried gunk on it because I haven't used it in a while. This is a pretty thick, heavy-duty moisturizer. It's good for if you have dry patches. It's not particularly great for oily skin because I noticed when I use that one it kind of tends to make me shiny where I'm oily to begin with. Like I said, it's good for dry patches. I was using it in the wintertime when I would get that dryness right here, and it seemed to take care of that, but I stopped putting it all over my face because it was just kind of making me more oily, and I don't like the smell of it. It doesn't have that much of a scent to it, but it's not a nice scent. It's just like, I don't know, it just smells medicine-y to me, and I'm not that fond of that one, but I figured it was worth mentioning just because I have it and it doesn't really work for my oiliness. This actually expires soon, so I'm gonna throw it away anyway. But like you can see, I put it on my hand and it made me pretty shiny, so... Oh Jesus, what do I keep knocking over? This is one to stay away from if you have oily skin. If you have dry skin, it'll probably work awesome, but the Yes to Carrots is a no-no. And I usually like the Yes to products, like the wipes, the face wipes and stuff are nice. I think it's the Yes to Cucumbers one that I used. But yeah, the other three, highly recommend them if you have oily skin. These you can get at any drugstore pretty much, and then the Merlot one, I'll put the link to the website below. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, oh, I should mention one more actually, because I have a sample I've been using of the Philosophy Miracle Worker, and this one works really well too. This isn't a super thick one either. This one is more of like a gel consistency. You can still see how shiny that carrots one made me. But this is another one that's like the Merlot one that just blends in nicely. Well, not blends, but soaks in nicely to your skin, absorbs it right away, and it feels really nice. The only thing with Philosophy is their jars of moisturizer are like 40 bucks a piece, so that's kind of pricey for a moisturizer. And that one doesn't have much of a scent to it either. But I really like that one. And if I were to spend 40 bucks on a moisturizer, I think that one would be worth it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in my next one.